So, welcome everyone. This is day 7 of Attitudes and Beliefs are the parents of your mood. How your mood outcomes are not inevitable, you parent them through your attitude and your beliefs. So, let's get this started. So, they're starting here in Mindful Zen Habits that compared with the change of beliefs, changing attitudes is as simple as downloading an application. Yes, you're coming in with a new application to deal with a situation. Imagine this application as something that enables you to listen more, like listen in a quality for deeper information and insights that you can collect. Ask less, but ask things that enable you to understand deeper what's going on and to really resist interrupting anyone under any circumstance as you allow them to feel comfortable enough, like to release their own tension in their thoughts and their bodies, to be able to translate to you the new information that was always there, but you never allowed yourself to have the right application to get that information. Now, changing your beliefs is a bit more complex. It's more like, if we use a different metaphor, it's like changing your operating system. Like you could have an app, but how well is your phone able to process the potential or the power of that new app? So when you process something, there's an operating speed that a computer or a phone will use to do that. And if it's not getting its phone updates, that new app that could work, the phone might not be up to date to handle the power of the app. And I love this part. They're talking about the four riders of the apocalypse, but in terms of bad attitudes. Bad attitudes for change, to be more specific, as it's one of the most challenging things that anyone has to face when they've tried something and it just never happens. It's like there's like this inner resistance, and we don't even know where it comes from because we can't even see it. We don't even know what triggers it. But what we really want as an outcome is something positive, and it makes us bitter when we don't get it. So in order of importance, we have idealistic perfectionism. Then we have overbearing arrogance. Then we have constant doubt, which is our third one. And last is systematically postponing everything. Does any one of them ring a bell? We kind of have a mix of all of them. But there's a fifth one that's silent, and it's what you call the star saboteur. And that is basically the one that's just going to pull the brakes on everything. It's like as if you're going to kind of like sabotage yourself when there's something too good to be true that comes your way. Like where you have a real opportunity to get what you really desire, something's going to sabotage that. So now there are responses that you have usually that keep you trapped like this. There is a person that's going to preach about what there is of good to do without proposing any actual solution on their part to change anything. The second one is destructive criticism, where you'll kind of like be critical about other people, but indirectly without you noticing it, and that's the saboteurs at work. You're just disguising the things that your subconscious notices that you're incompetent with. So your subconscious knows everything. It just writes everything down, although consciously you're not aware of it. Unconsciously, you're just trying to bring down others to keep a certain level of, at least I'm better than that person. Or blaming, hey, you're worse than me. So it just kind of deflects the blame. Can you catch yourself blaming someone when something uncomfortable comes your way? There's a classic one my mom shared with me yesterday. Someone asked her, hey, you know what? Now you lost all this weight. What's next for you? And she's always been avoiding like physical exercise in some way. So she's like, well, I take care of kids all day and I cook all day. And it's like, and the guy is like, okay, that's good, but I ask you what you're going to do in terms of exercise, yoga, weight training. Are you going to start with little weights? And she caught herself doing that. She caught herself deflecting something as if to justify that she's good, that she's doing well enough, but actually not following up with the real step that she's been avoiding all her life. The person was not attacking her, but she saw it as an attack. But in reality, she was the one postponing something that is meaningful to her. I'm glad she shared that with me. That was on point. Now, there's the third one, which is the repetitive habit that puts everything into a sincere intention, but never actually follows through. Whether you say it out loud or not, inside of you, there's a yes, but. See, there's a good intention, yes, but. And that's like the inner saboteur that's doing its work. And there's never really going to be a change for anything. And then there is the procrastinator, where you will always find an excuse to postpone everything. And that's obviously the fourth one that we have talked about already. Now let's go look at the underlying beliefs behind this. Perfectionism forgets that without error, there's not going to be any innovation. So, and without innovation, there's no evolution or improvement. Getting something done is better than getting it done perfectly. And this comes actually from Mark Zuckerberg. And I've had to tell this to myself quite often. Hey, at least I'm being imperfectly perfect. You got to accept that it's not going to be perfect, but it's imperfectly perfect for the moment. It's always going to get better. And I love the slogan of Porsche, I have to say it. They believe in the tradition, which I hate dead traditions. They believe in the tradition of innovation. So they're always going to innovate anyways, and that's their tradition. I love that. Next, there's arrogance that prevents you from enjoying life and become yourself. As soon as you start feeling too important, you become less creative. That's actually from Mick Jagger. Then there was relativism, where you kind of like basically what everyone else is doing in your culture is the right thing. You might have a better definition. But they say here that it makes doubt grow, which is the main trap that can embitter our lives, make us bitter. It still makes us afraid of doing mistakes, but they're saying here it's better to make a mistake than to resign your life to living your entire life as a sad spectator and frustrated protagonist, meaning you know you could have done better and you just watch other people live their lives literally on TV or on social media and you never actually changed anything. Doesn't mean that you need to do exactly like them, or it just means that you need to have the courage of doing what matters to you, whatever that is. Last, there is the eternal procrastinator. And this one is like, it just leads us to lose all the options we had to do better. We lose all our energy maintaining that pending issue. Should I do it? Should I not do it? And without ever actually knowing if we would have put all our effort, if it would have worked out or not. So all of this comes from the fact that many times we confuse our beliefs with facts, things that we've learned even very young. And, we lack a lot of actual real facts to actually support that, but we've just kept feeding those limiting beliefs. They end up turning into limiting beliefs, and they came from somewhere, maybe our upbringing, the culture that we grew up in, the friends that we had, and we just embrace them and keep feeding them as if they actually were scientific facts. They're opinions, real evidence, but wrong context, and we just feed them by doing something that's very important. It's like lying by omission. I lied to you by not telling you something you should know. So we stay really in those limiting beliefs by omitting from actually learning what could be the opposite of it. Like, we don't even challenge our beliefs. So they become limiting beliefs because we don't challenge them by really trying to look at the opposite direction and then making up our own mind. So is it really worth continuing this way? Because those are the beliefs that actually do the yes, but I really want to do it, but yes, but go research the yes, but. Your whole life and your energy and the relationship that you're going to have with the people around you depends on this. The relationship on yourself is the one that's going to act as a measure of quality with the relationship that you can have with other people. It's like the common denominator with any relationship that you can have with someone else is how well you feel with yourself. So are there things in your life that you felt that you had to challenge, but when you did, it was completely worth it? And are there some things that you feel like there's still some work you need to do on it, and you know you're going to get there by being able to be a little bit more aware of what's going on inside of you? If you haven't subscribed left, what is that? If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to post some more comments and make sure that you get notified when there's new videos coming in, please do so. And you see, I don't erase those things. That is being imperfectly perfect. I'm having fun. This is not scripted. This is just me really sharing, doing my part of, you know what? I feel like I understand this. Let's review this together. Let's have fun. Let's help each other out. And I'll support you in how you want to give back to other people. Have a great day, everyone, and I can't wait for the next chapter. I don't know what this one is exactly, but they're saying your values should not be in the hereafter. Hey, stay tuned. Have a good day, everyone.